In Buddhist teachings, there is only consciousness, not form. So this type is what we call the five desires. Asterisk, asterisk, heaven, asterisk, asterisk. The heavenly beings want to break free. These serious troubles of the five desires and six dusts have been lost. Dealing with the desire realm still involves the world. Asterisk, asterisk in forms. And there's the body. And there's the living environment. This thing is still troublesome, and it's not just nearby. Just write this off and we're done. Is it emptiness? Is heaven the realm of emptiness or the six realms? There hasn't been any handling of leadership. It's space. The first is empty heavens. Once form is left behind, this enters the state of emptiness. In the language of the heart, the void has no form. So this concentration is called void concentration. Then the second one is called the initial heavens. Emptiness. You can let go of it too. Emptiness. And form are relative to what is manifested. So, the void is not real. He wants to get rid of the design of emptiness. The design of emptiness is adjusted, and there's also a real existence. So this is where he is rescued. Give him this title. Call him the ancestor. Actually, this emptiness is space-time. It's not about lighting up the void. It's not really about getting rid of the emptiness. No longer cling to this empty form. In the heart, there's no opposing thought between emptiness and form. At this moment, real. Its world. This practitioner. If you find 10, it's still a bit of a hassle. It's not the ultimate. It's about differing. You need to let go of this differentiation too. Then enter the realm of nothingness. The third layer of nothingness. It's not about having nothing. When practicing this concentration, all internal and external realms, let it all go. Let go of both the internal and external realms. So it's called nothingness. To the highest level, flying, soaring up into the sky. Because it's not far from reality. This sharing, you know. When it doesn't act, it's irrelevant, so it's called soaring, soaring and flying. So it's called soaring and flying. The poetry of soaring and flying, you know. The highest realm within the three realms. Soaring, flying, and soaring. There are many ways to approach it. You can refer to this. The explanations in the scriptures are in the eyes. It's explained in great detail. This is generally found in the Buddhist dictionary. There are detailed explanations. So this is the formless realm. Others see this realm as nirvana, unaware it's soaring. They think that reaching this realm is what the Tathagata referred to as the great nirvana. His lifespan is tied to meditative power. They think that entering this realm means they will never be born or die again. Little do they know, he still has a lifespan. His lifespan is tied to his meditative power. How long can its concentration be maintained? It's often said to be like an army of 80,000. This number is quite impressive. What's the deal with the 80,000 armies? In our world, the cycle of formation, existence, decay, and emptiness is a grand scheme. The world goes through formation, existence. A great realm, which contains 4 intermediaries. These 4 intermediaries refer to the 4 stages of formation, existence, decay, and emptiness. Right now, we're in the world of Saha, where we're experiencing existence. You know, the state of being. It's all about existence. So, the 80,000 great auspicious events refer to this world. 80,000 cycles occur. He has such deep concentration and a long lifespan. He must fall. No rebirth, only descent. The struggle is brutal. He still falls down. He can't be reborn anymore. He can only descend. That fight was really brutal. Ordinary folks often talk about how tall and handsome he is. The Sutra on the 4 emptinesses talks about the natural state of emptiness. After falling, most of the time, it's a descent. From the highest to the lowest, like falling into the realm of the Asuras. Why is that? Speaking ill of the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, that's the fault of disparaging the 3 jewels. The law of Amitabha. Why does he have the thought of repaying the 3 jewels? He thinks to himself, I've already become a Buddha, I've reached the great nirvana, so why am I still falling today? That's when doubts start creeping in. Hey, if what all the Buddhas say is false, then it's not true. That's just too much. He's misunderstood and mistaken it himself. That's not the realm of the Tathagata's nirvana. It's not just that it's not the realm of the Tathagata, but it's also the realm of the small vehicle. It's all completely misunderstood. Please, as you practice, aim to rise up to that higher state. It's completely misunderstood. Please, as you practice, aim to rise up to that higher state. The distinction between right and wrong is becoming more pronounced. This is why the world-honored one speaks to us in the Sutra on the clear meaning. 50 kinds of schemes. The infinite is right in front of us, and we take it as the Buddha's realm. That loss is what he has to bear. So for us beginners, you need to think. Avoiding demonic obstacles. The only way is to practice according to the teachings. The Buddha often talks about this. Raise it up. Karma is definitely in accordance. What others say. It's not something that can be relied upon as stated in the Buddhist scriptures. This way you can avoid it. Falling into the path of demons. So the most important thing is that we need to have faith in the Buddha, right? We're learning from Buddhism, yeah. We should get close to a good teacher and listen to what they say. In business, everything. We believe, yeah. If it's not in the scriptures, we don't believe it, and we can't learn from it, right? The Buddha spoke of countless paths to enlightenment. When speaking, one should respond according to the situation, as different teachings of the Buddha are conveyed differently. So, we need to learn which path to follow, based on which scripture. This point is more important than anything else. Only then can we avoid the misconception of the true meaning of the Tathagata. For example, the Buddha tells us that the Western Pure Land definitely exists. When we practice the Pure Land, we focus on the Pure Land. Buddha talks about emptiness of all phenomena in other scriptures. If you say everything is empty, then the Western Pure Land is empty too, right? The Buddha has said that before. Well then, if you don't believe, aren't you just missing out on this opportunity for yourself? Follow your scripture's teachings, ignore others. It's like sticking to core subjects in a course. You definitely can't rely on scriptures that are different from this path. This principle is quite simple, not complex, and easy to understand. It's like when you're at university studying a course. You have to focus on the core subjects of that course. You can't study something else. The other subjects you study that aren't related to your main course are unhelpful. They could actually hinder your progress. The other subjects you're studying aren't the same as your main course, are they? Not only can they not help, but they can be destructive. Isn't that the point? The Buddha often uses the analogy of a wise king in the scriptures. This analogy makes things even clearer. The doctor gives the patient a prescription. Your prescription is unique. Others see it differently. You take it and you're fine. But for others, it could be dangerous. 84,000 paths, 84,000 prescriptions. It's not the same. There are 84,000 different paths to enlightenment, 84,000 different prescriptions. Yeah. With 84,000 different prescriptions for all sorts of patients, how can you just take any old thing, right? That's why we practice. The path to rebirth must be based on the Rebirth Sutra. In this great collection of scriptures, there are 3 sutras and 1 treatise on rebirth. Amitabha Sutra, Infinite Life Sutra, and Contemplation of Amitabha Sutra. Discourse on Rebirth by Bodhisattva. These 3. The chapter on the perfect penetration of the ancestors' vows was added by later generations. That's added really well. You can definitely rely on it, no worries. What we now refer to as the 5 sutras and 1 treatise. When we chant the Buddha's name seeking rebirth, we need to rely on this scripture, and that's spot on. You can't rely on other scriptures anymore. The unique scriptures mentioned can be referenced if they align with the theories, methods, and realms of our own scriptures. If it doesn't align, you definitely shouldn't read it. Definitely don't go looking at that, all right? Only our own efforts can truly give us confidence. Only then will you achieve success. If you're just supervising, you'll face trouble. You'll struggle with your practice and can't guide others. Mixing methods confuses and misleads them. Learning Buddhism today is tough. When you try to guide sentient beings, pulling a bit from here and a bit from there can really confuse them, leading them in circles and turning things upside down. So learning Buddhism today is really, really tough. Why don't I teach at the Buddhist Academy? Reason is here. The Buddhist Academy has gone through many processes, inviting numerous masters. But these students are just getting more confused every day, like they're drunk, all lost in a daze. Not getting results. I've gained a bit of benefit from my own Buddhist studies, so I'm quite lucky. Really, I've encountered good teachers. One person in particular. Everyone gathers, all one perspective, following a single path. It's really quite simple, not complicated at all. There won't be any doubt. This is very important, very important. Only then did we understand that this is what Confucianism and Buddhism mean by master-disciple relationship. Learning from a teacher involves listening. If I switch teachers, that teacher can't teach me anymore. If I want to go and learn from someone else, then that teacher can't teach anymore. So, to truly have a pure and wise teacher, following the ways of the ancients, you must stick with this one teacher and not go to a second person. You can't listen to the teachings of a second person. Only then will you achieve success. The teacher is responsible for your karma. This has a big impact. If they lead you down the wrong path, they'll have to face the consequences, right? But if you don't accept it yourself, and keep listening to others and looking at different things, then that teacher isn't responsible for you. From now on, in modern times, it seems that achieving success is probably impossible now, so whether you can succeed really depends on the individual. In other words, there are no teachers who take you seriously and are truly responsible for you. It's really hard for a teacher to find students like this, to be honest. It all really depends on your own efforts. To truly achieve something, you still have to follow the old ways. Settle on one person. I advise everyone, who are we learning from today? Learn from Amitabha Buddha. Where is Amitabha Buddha? The Infinite Life Sutra is Amitabha Buddha. We read the Infinite Life Sutra to receive the teachings of Amitabha Buddha. Amitabha Buddha teaches us what to do, and we take it seriously. What Amitabha Buddha doesn't teach us to do, we definitely won't do. We only listen to Amitabha Buddha and not to anyone else. You will definitely accomplish this in your lifetime. Well, there's another great virtue that can lend us a hand. Master Yin Guang. Master Yin Guang's writings are profound, every word and sentence. It resonates with the Sutra on rebirth. Wen Chao, who often saves the souls of Yunzu, is friends with the Indian people. Listen to his teachings. Follow his guidance. Cut evil, cultivate good. Instantly discussing the finer points. Deeply believe in cause and effect. The teacher recites the Buddha's name. Make a vow, reborn in the Pure Land. This is what we seek. In this life, to be reborn, and to break free from the 3 realms and 6 paths. There's no other way apart from this one, right? Review the next section of the scripture. All the audience, including the spirits and deities, have gathered here in great numbers. This section is talking about the eightfold division of heaven and dragons are these folks. These are significant. Let's continue reading the next section of the scripture. Next is about the gods repeating from other countries. That is, the destroyed worlds. The destroyed world is our own place. The collapsed world. Which gods are causing harm? This is the flowing water. Big and small. We Chinese talk about the Dragon King. Tree spirits, mountain spirits, earth spirits, river spirits, and the spirits of the Mia people. The day god, night god, void god, heavenly god, food god, and plant god, among others, all come together for this meeting. If we combine these 2 sections, we can say that they discuss the great assembly of all the deities. In the past, Master Shengyi. At Juhua, the Ksitigarbha Sutra is explained, and there's an introduction to these deities. The deities also come to participate in this grand assembly. It's linked to Ksitigarbha. It's not by chance. It's all related to Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva. In the past, there were deep connections. There's no reason for Shakyamuni Buddha to flee from the heavenly palace. This time we're holding this meeting. What quals do they have to participate? So we see the assembly of people present. One can't help but feel puzzled. Not only that, Heaven's way, God's way. Heavy phantoms. Continue to look at the scripture. This refers to the great ghost kings from other lands, known as the major ghost kings of the world. The evil eye, ghost king. Gallbladder blood returns, energy returns, ovulation returns, heart's ailments return, blood toxins return, feminine energy returns, compound interest returns, and realm of great love returns. Ghost kings come and return. Mystic king lists, 10 types, yeah. The tracks are quite complex. Within the tracks, there are responsibilities. We call it Ghost King. So we cultivate here in the human realm. The form is not always visible, but the blessings are real. The good deeds you cultivate will definitely bring you blessings in the future. But where exactly do blessings come from? It's not certain. It depends on which path you're on. Without blessings, no matter which path you're on, everyone wants to die. Falling into the tracks, they also want to die. This is a reminder that only in the hell realm is there no way out. You are in the human realm, in the heavenly realm, in the asterisk realm, in the devil's realm. Those with blessings enjoy their good fortune. Ghost King on tracks, yeah. So these people, these sentient beings, it all starts with the Buddha. Property, especially in relation to the original spirit of Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, yeah. If we look at this scripture, yeah, the beings of the 10 Dharma realms, everyone's gathered here. It's quite incredible. This is the essence of all ideas being expressed. We haven't seen it. There's also the Huoyang sand. The beings of the Dharma realm have all come together. But if we compare it to the Ksitigarbha Sutra, yeah, it's not even worth it. Why is that? This gathering is also mentioned in the Ksitigarbha Sutra. Earlier we saw all blessings. Release all 31 Buddhas and Tathagatas without missing a single one. Yeah, they are all here. You don't see this in the Huoyang. From all the Buddhas and Tathagatas, right down to the beings in hell. So the Ghost King, there are many who oversee hell. Everyone's come together for the gathering. It's incredibly rare. After reading this passage of scripture, we definitely can't just brush it off lightly. This little one's performance is truly exceptional. What's the reason for that? These people, these Buddhas and Tathagatas, are all students of Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva. Today the teacher has something on, so why can't the students make it? Ksitigarbha has power. It's about one. What heart Ksitigarbha have? It's all about one person. At the very beginning, it told you that the earth is the heart's essence, true heart and true nature. Within the essence of Tibetan teachings, possessing boundless wisdom and intelligence. All beings rely on this practice to attain Buddhahood. So, today we're talking about the Ksitigarbha teachings. Is it that all the Buddhas and Tathagatas eternally protect all beings? We need to rely on two loves. This Dharma assembly is unparalleled. The Avatamsaka Sutra depends on it as the fundamental basis. In China, understanding its importance is crucial. It is the key point. So in China, we need to understand the importance of this issue. The fundamental one is the key first point. We've gained a lot today. Filial to parents, supporting elders, compassionate heart, not killing, and practicing 10 good deeds. This isn't about cultivating any particular Dharma path. You won't achieve anything. Why hold fundamental meaning? So learning Buddhism requires boundless opportunities. A study of Buddhism is not only for this life. We see this in the Infinite Life Sutra. Prince Ashoka and his crew are really talking about us, aren't they?